Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Advance, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and always hit them. Folks, we got a fantastic show for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Let me first of all say I am absolutely elated. I am beside myself that these damn LeBron James fans are up out of here. Damn, it feels good to watch these dudes lose. With all that damn twerking they be doing. Oh, man, you know, yeah, Kim James, he gonna shock the world. He gonna shock the world. He going for his fifth title. Fifth title. It feels so good because of all of the damn dumbass narratives they were running. Oh, Lakers. What happened to Nick Wright? A lot of you dudes think Nick Wright is so smart. What happened to Nick Wright? What happened to Nick Wright? Even Chris Broussard picked the Lakers to come out the West. Just imagine how crazy that is. He picked them to come out the West. These dudes put confidence in LeBron like as if he's Michael Jordan. The way that they put confidence in him is almost like as if we don't know that he's 4-6 in the finals. You dudes is acting like as if he's 10 and 4 in the finals or something. Son is 4-6. He has a losing record in the finals. He is one of the biggest losers, if not the biggest loser in NBA history. When you look at the amount of help that he's had versus how much he's lost. Jordan's teammates, their cumulative all-star appearances for their careers is 10. LeBron's teammates, their cumulative all-star appearances is about 140. And somehow, some way, this dude found a way to still be 4-6. And then you got all of these twerking ass analysts that run up here pouring honey all over each other's ankles, talking about something. Man, as long as you got LeBron, you're going to be all right. What are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? You talking about the same LeBron James that became the first Laker in the history of that organization to have a top 3 seed and lose in the first round? That never happened before. But these guys also, man, if you got LeBron, you're going to be all right. No, you're not. This ain't the weak-ass Eastern Conference where you can go to the finals and play teams in the first round with a losing record. This ain't the East, my boy. But anyway, let's get to these twerking-ass JJ Redick fanboys that was up there twerking and hollering and screaming, gyrating, twerkation nation. These people. You touch them, you start vibrating. That's how much shaking these dudes be doing. They shake, these dudes. They shake. So what happened? All of these jigaboos were up here hollering, oh, man, you know, JJ Redick. They were so hyped because LeBron picked him. LeBron could have picked an orangutan to do a podcast with, and if the Lakers hired him as the head coach, LeBron fans would have been like, man, this orangutan looks pretty smart. I mean, he brushes his own teeth. He might just be what the Lakers needed. This is how much of a cult fan base this fan base is. So they thought they had Pat Riley. They used to call JJ Redick's stupidity and antics that he would throw, breaking clip. They used to call it passion. Oh, he's so passionate. He's so passionate. Look at JJ. Even Baron Davis. Man, I was at the gas station. I saw JJ Redick with his laptop. And what that mean? Because he got his laptop at the gas station, Lakers gonna go somewhere? Well, apparently that don't matter, right? Maybe he needs to take his laptop and before he goes to bed, put it on his head. Maybe that will help him next year. So what happened? Today in the aftermath, after all of the twerking that took place on ESPN, Kendrick Perkins shows up. He shows up, I believe, on Get Up to confront Jay Williams, a proverbial twerker himself. And he basically goes at Jay Williams for trying to defend JJ Redick and essentially being a fanboy of his and refusing to hold him accountable. So for those of you who didn't hear that exchange, want to play that for you now. We're going to come back and react to it. Take a listen to that there, please.
Oh, no, Greeny. No, Greeny. I need to hear from Jay Will. I need to hear from Jay Will first. I need to hear from Jay Will. Because I want to see if he go tiptoe around this subject. I want to see if he go tiptoe around this subject. I need to hear it first. I need to hear it from him. Is he going to keep it real? He go tiptoe and straddle the fence.
Tiptoe around what?
I'm saying, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Who's to blame for the Lakers losing this series?
Big Perk, I'm the wrong one on the table to talk about Duke on Duke crime. You know that more than anybody.
So we're talking about...
I've been exiled outside of Cameron Indoor Stadium before for doing this. Come on now.
So you're blaming the coach,
okay,
Big Perk.
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to hear. That's the energy I wanted to hear. You damn right I'm blaming JJ Redick. You damn right. Mr. J.J. Redick, I know more about basketball than anybody else in the world. Mr. J.J. Redick, where the world is watching and could see that you need some type of size and athleticism on the floor when you're going against a physical, lengthy Minnesota team who has Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Nas Reed, Jay McDaniels, that imposes their will in the paint. But you still leave this small ball lineup out there on the floor and leave a 40-year-old senior citizen in LeBron James to battle in the trenches for a 7-game series that went 5. Listen, I just don't understand it for the life of me. This is not about X's and O's and schemes. This was common sense. You needed to make an adjustment.
Michael Wilbon, Brian Windhorst touched on it earlier this morning, and now Big Perk is all over it. In your opinion, Wilbon, how much blame for what happened in this series does J.J. Redick deserve?
You know what, Greeny, I've heard you talk about this for a couple of days now. We talk about coaches' decisions, and I'm not going to use the word blame. I'm going to use the word responsibility, though, accountability. There's a lot of, again, the Laker roster was flawed. I agree with Perk and Wendy about sort of this defiance, if you will. I mean, Jackson Hayes you got to at least try him. When I see a player trot out there who I forgot was on the roster because he hasn't logged any minutes and much less, practice time, I want to see Jackson Hayes. I want to see you try it. Rudy Gobert had averaged 6 points and 3 points and 6 rebounds a game in the series. He goes for 27 and 24. I understand, okay, you can make the case if you want that you're also, by allowing that, the defense is allowing Rudy Gobert to have this so you don't let Anthony Edwards get crazy with threes. He and Dante DiVincenzo, my God, they were like 0 for the world on threes, the two of them. I think they were like 2 for 23. You can make that argument. I'm not going to support that. I'm with Jay Will on it. I'm not going to blame him. There's a lot wrong with these Lakers, okay, right now in terms of the other teams in the playoffs in the West. But JJ's got to be accountable. He's responsible for those decisions and the gambles he took and failed taking.
You're 100% right on the numbers, by the way. DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards combined last night, 2 of 23 from three-point range. J. Redick.
So then the problem is the scheme, because when you blitz Anthony Edwards, what that does is now all of a sudden you're in a 4-on-3 scenario. What does that do when a shot goes up? It allows you to get offensive rebounds. It's not like they were throwing the ball down to Rudy Gobert and he's giving you buckets on the block with his back to the basket. He got a ton of offensive rebounds. They got 18 offensive rebounds last night. That's what led to the 27 and 24, right? Look, I think there are things that if J.J. Redick can go back in time, he'll make slight adjustments. But also, and Big Perk, just back to your point on this, you were the one on one of these shows, I forget which one it was because you were on a lot of shows, but you said if there was one matchup that was a really bad matchup for the Lakers, it was Minnesota because of how they grind you out. I'm just not sure that Jackson Hayes is even the answer to help you in that situation, considering the size and the physicality that they had.
Go ahead, Perk.
Well, it started in Game 4. It started in Game 4 when JJ elected to play the same 5 for 24 straight minutes. That's when it all started, when you have a high-motor 6'9", 6'10" guy in Jared Vanderbilt who could cause havoc defensively. When you have a guy, Gabe Vincent, on your bench who, by the way, helped the Miami Heat a few years ago go to the NBA Finals, was a crucial piece. You lost trust in those guys. So what I'm saying is, yes, it's a lot of things that JJ could have corrected, right? You talk about the zone and the trapping of Anthony Edwards. Guess what, JJ? He figured it out since Game 1. He wasn't forcing anything. He was making the right decision, making the right pass. We heard Rudy talk about it after the game last night. He said Anthony Edwards played exceptional. Although he shot 5 for 19, he trusted the others. And then let me tell you this. See, JJ's scheme of going small was all about offense because they thought they was going to pick on Rudy. But Rudy actually been playing some pretty damn good basketball this entire series. Last night it just showed up in the box score. But his one-on-one defense was off the charts this entire series. The Lakers shot 28% when he was the primary defender. So that didn't work. So what I'm saying is, Yes, he dropped the ball.
So you heard what he had to say. Now, if you listen carefully, he said, "Oh, I ain't gonna be no Duke on Duke crime." So that's what it is. That's what it is. You getting paid millions of dollars to go on TV and save face for Duke players? Is that what it is? So because Darvin Ham wasn't a Duke player, he didn't get the benefit of the doubt? Is that what it is? Darvin Ham wasn't part of the good old boy club? Is that what it is? No, he needs to be called out. He needs to be called out. We need the same fervor, aggressiveness, ferocity that we had for Darvin Ham. We need to put that same fire on JJ Redick's ass to imitate Scap Attack on his ass. How about that? You dudes that was up there twerking it up for JJ Redick, running around breaking bottles of honey all over each other, pouring it, lathering it up, rubbing it all over each other's backs for JJ Redick. You then found out that this dude has absolutely zero emotional control, zero decorum, and doesn't seem to understand the fact that he is the head coach for the Lakers, so therefore he cannot act a damn fool. What did this dude do yesterday? In the middle of a presser, pregame presser, he walks out. And the part that kills me is that JJ Redick feels like he has the cachet to be able to do that. What has JJ accomplished? Nathan, nada, niente, nothing. But somehow, some way, he carries himself with the arrogance as if he's Greg Popovich. Except he has 5 championship trophies in his house. Folks, JJ Redick's record consists of 1 playoff win. 1. That's all. And Kendrick Perkins is like, hold his ass accountable. But you know why a lot of these people won't hold him accountable? Because they're fanboys. Again, I said it on a previous show. I'm going to say it again, or maybe I said it on this show. If LeBron did mind the game with an orangutan, and we found out that orangutan was interviewing for the Lakers job, LeBron fans would have been like, man, I think the orangutan could do a great job. I really, really do. I mean, all he needs is bananas. We already good at twerking. We'll twerk for him. This is how disgusting they are. All of these dudes ran around hollering and screaming, slapping each other's booties, talking about, man, the Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5. Yo, what happened to that? Hey, yo, what happened to that? We can't find you dudes. What happened to that? What happened to that? And guess what they think? Man, well, you know, what's going on with Giannis? Giannis might be next. Giannis ain't coming to no damn Lakers. And if he come, they still gonna lose. How about that? They still gonna lose. So shout out to Kendrick Perkins. He be twerking. But on this particular day, he held son's feet to the fire. Shout out to Kendrick Perkins for that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.